Ladies and gentlemen,
You never know where you ended up.
it's Wednesday y el cuerpo lo sabe. We got another episode of Deliberate Dive here. If you're watching on the YouTube, obviously you already know we got a very special guest in the building.
Something's off. Oh, it's a third person.
Edú Morales in the building.
You know what it is. How's it going? Glad to be back, everyone.
A third time.
No, this is fourth, bro. We're going for the sextuple now.
Wow.
We hit the trifecta.
The basement one. So that one.
That is.
Yeah.
We had to scrap that for legal reasons.
We had to pull that one off.
The lawyers, they came
The lawyers,
in and
they
said,
thought, yeah.
They said, guys.
We were a little too unhinged on that one.
This is too hot.
Early days.
Early days, though. Early
This is
days.
too hot. So that one, and then we had one where you were holding this microphone, and then another one where you had the lapel, and now
Wow, this is the fourth.
Is this the first fourth?
This is the first fourth for sure.
The first fourth.
Damn.
We're entering Star Wars trilogy. Well, no, I guess that says trilogy, but
A New Hope.
Star Wars world in the
sequel.
lanes.
Uh-huh.
We're getting 4 movies now.
We're going to get the backstory on the first 3 episodes on this one.
Wow.
Oh,
So
wow.
why don't we start with it with a reel? Because
He sent us over. Guys, all right.
Before they put this up, let me give some
Oh,
context
yeah.
here.
Please.
This motherfucker, I walk in here at 6'10", and he's like, you got 2 minutes, send me the best reel you got.
Hey,
I'm
it's
like,
a hot set.
All right, bro. I don't know the algorithm. It's up to the algorithm at this point. So I look up, I do a couple scrolls, I send it to him, and then he judges it hard. So
The first one, it's because it's hard to nail the first one. You know what I mean?
under pressure.
It's hard to nail the first one. But I will say, though, when I said all that, you're like, bro, I get it in no time. He's like, we should just go through my scrolls. You did say that. So,
Bro, my algorithm knows that I'd be scrolling at 9 p.m. though. You know, right now 6 p.m. is
that's a
outside
good
of the
point.
time. So this is the fucking.
it's outside of work hours.
Yeah. Who's online on Instagram at 6 p.m.? Let me tell you that.
that's
Some
a good
people
point.
was.
This
The
is-
girl
this is
before
your time.
Do you know that on Instagram you can go on your history of all your reels you've ever watched?
Watched.
Yeah.
Why? That I did not know.
Every
Ever?
single reel that you've ever watched, you can just go down the line and see all of that history. And whether you like it or not, that's what you be consuming.
I wish it would tell you too how many hours you put into that too. At the end of it, be like, in your history, you have 100 hours.
You piece of shit.
Doom scrolling. What the fuck?
Isn't that kind of like the stats you would want when you die? Like,
I want those stats. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times? Like, how many floors did I climb?
Hold on, guys. This is getting great. Let's start with the real. Let's
worth it.
start with the real.
I like the topic that
Then we can talk about
It's worth
stats
it.
all you guys want. Because I want to
got.
say some points about that, actually.
No, I know.
So let's just please the guy and watch his not funny reel.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Wait,
You want to give any context? Because it's going to be live for you.
Okay.
I already pre-screened
Was this
it,
the
obviously.
beach? Which one was it?
The beach. No. This is the
Oh.
one with the squat rack. That's all I'll say.
Oh, okay. All right, bet.
Or I guess which one do you want to show?
Both. Just show them both.
we lost all 26 viewers right
Just
there.
show them both.
You did.
Just show them
Damn
both.
it.
In this
We brought
moment.
up 2. Bring them up.
We lost. They were like, stats when you die, let's go. And then we cooked it.
Listen.
Hey guys,
We'll
Guys,
get back
please come
into
back.
it. We'll get back into it.
guys, it's the first fourth.
Got a lot of energy today.
Listen, you don't always start your dinner with dessert first.
Mm.
You got to get through the meat and
Mhm.
potatoes, and then you get the dessert.
We're in the appetite. We're in the foreplay right now. Microphone. My bro.
Just wait for it.
That's good. That's good. See? That's good. That's the
good.
one that took 5 minutes to get to.
First of all, that is absolute. That's hilarious.
That's really good.
That's hilarious.
You're
I
welcome.
just thought it was more. It's
You're
more of a visual one, so the audio listeners are really missing out right now. But you could break it down to them. What it is, Eduardo? What did we just watch?
You want me to break down a reel?
What does this mean?
What does it mean?
What was it? In what mindset was the artist in?
All right. When you're at the gym, you're minding your own business. You're
boy.
squatting. You're doing whatever you got to do. You're with your friend, God forbid.
God forbid.
And
God forbid.
And this guy has a mind in the gutter. And so he's like, hey, go look at this chick over there, but just be conspicuous about it, right? And then the meme, obviously, I don't do this personally, but the meme,
Hey, allegedly.
the meme is this fucking guy just looks like,
Again, for the audio listeners, they're not getting any of them.
you know the fucking guy in the wheelchair from Breaking Bad? That guy. He's got that face. That face is what the face he's got on while he's looking at the.
Do you guys have friends that are not obvious, that are not low key about things? Has that ever actually happened to you in real life? Where you're like, bro, check that out, and they just full on 360 and stare at whatever it is.
I feel like you're that guy for me, bro. Sebas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name one instance.
I'm not saying it is. I just feel like you'd be that guy.
2015.
Name one instance.
I'm not-
2015.
March.
He's got receipts. No, I don't got receipts, bro. I'm just saying.
So now we're just going off of just blaming.
Next week on
false
Tuesday, we're gonna check
accusations.
it out. We're gonna do this play by play.
All right, meme quality score. I'll give it an 8 because it gave me good laughs. I felt my abs.
It's a good laugh for sure.
It's a good laugh.
It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh.
Also, the reel, I didn't know what was going to come. Because
Yeah.
it was from the hey, check that out's point of view. It wasn't from the person that suggested check, or to the person.
You're not being told to look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True.
So I was unsure of what was going to go.
I was waiting there for a minute because I was like, bro, this ain't what's going on. And then you just pop.
Is that from Anaconda? Is that
It was J-Lo.
Yeah,
It was J-Lo.
It was
and
J-Lo.
I
what's
think-
that guy's name?
I think it's Anaconda. That might be Anaconda.
Yeah, you might be right, bro.
There's a
Voight.
There's a new Anaconda now.
There is a new Anaconda.
with Jack Black.
Is it true that who directed that movie? Somebody recently said it. I don't know who said it, but is Michael Basketball Jordan in that movie?
That's some question for the viewers. I don't know.
No, Jack Black's in that one. Jack
Jack
Black,
Black.
Paul Rudd,
James
maybe
Lee?
Kevin Hart. But I heard it wasn't that good, so
But no, at that point, that's
you can
Jumanji.
skip it. You can skip it.
That's Jumanji.
Anyway, what are your stats? What are your stats at the end of your life?
What's the one stat you're most curious of?
I like the floors climbed. That's a good stat that I would
that's a
like
good-
to know.
Out of
That's a
all
good
of them,
stat.
that's the one.
Oh
you want?
no, that's the one that I thought of first.
Okay.
That's the one I thought of. Your boy's been into the Stairmaster as of late, and he be climbing 150 floors for no reason. 40 minutes, level 7.
Well, are you counting that or actual like when you're in a building? Because there you're climbing, but you're in the same place. In a building, you're actually going up and up and up and up. What are you counting?
I think you count both of them.
All of it, yeah.
Yeah,
Give me
all of it.
Maximum altitude at the end of the
Yeah.
lifespan, right?
I would like to know how many socks I've gone through.
How many socks you lost?
How many socks I've lost, just for the hell of it.
Is that true for you guys? Do you guys realize? Do you guys think that you lose socks just
Yeah,
often?
we're in 6 digits by now, bro.
Wow?
Yeah.
6 digits of socks. You've been through that many socks in your life?
Lately, as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot more socks.
What
Are you-
socks? What socks?
I was
you
about
got?
to say, you look like the type of guy that you're a grip on the bottom of your feet socks.
You look like a Reebok kind of guy.
No, dude, wool socks.
Insane
I'm a
asylum
wool sock
socks.
kind of guy. I got the grips for soccer, but I didn't like them. Gave me an ampolla, which is a blister.
A blister.
It
for
wasn't
the
worth it. It wasn't worth it.
Non-speaking.
No, dude, socks later in life come into play very nicely. Get a good, nice wool sock.
I feel
Oh,
like it's
dude.
too hot.
No, dude.
No,
wool
in the
socks.
winter, bro.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like a nice little hug for your toes.
And moisture
Oh.
wicking. So if
Yeah.
your little piglets like to become moist,
Do your feet smell?
yes. If I don't take care of them.
Yeah, exactly. After a long day, I think anybody's feet would smell.
You know, I started to like bring extra socks to the gym. So after the gym, like I typically
Oh.
sauna afterwards, but now, and since I've been doing that, I haven't noticed my feet smelling a lot. But I would notice, like if I'm just gymming it, same socks going into my regular shoe, cooked.
Oh yeah, you're cooking both your
Cook.
shoe and your feet at that
Yeah.
point.
Oh yeah.
Cooked.
New socks necessary for sure.
Necessary.
Do you guys believe that you need to have separate equipment for specifically just the gym? Like shoes only for the gym, a bag only for the gym, because that way, if you're putting smelly stuff in there, you're not mixing that. You're cross contaminating with the rest of your gear.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, when I started going to FFC, I got my own little gym bag and I got the running shoes. So like those are my gym shoes. And I love having separate things because I know it's not getting mixed, and I know that if I'm gonna throw this around, like I just throw it in the laundry and that's it. Don't gotta worry about it.
Do you throw your shoes in the laundry?
No.
How do you clean your shoes? How does a common man clean their
That's
shoes?
a good question.
I say
rare.
the common man because obviously I'm into shoes, so there's a routine that I follow, but not everybody follows that routine.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. I would be the common man.
So how do you clean your shoes?
I don't, bro. Like maybe like if I see that it's dirty and I got white shoes, like a paper towel, water, maybe
Okay.
some soap.
You're honestly,
get the
that's a lot.
stains out.
That
Yeah.
does a lot.
If I see the shoes going through some troubled times, I'll throw it in the washer, and then because Alyssa does this more than I do, like she'll put it in the washer.
Mhm.
But usually by this point it's like a year old shoe maybe, so it's not like I'm sad.
Do
if
you
things
care
are-
about your shoes being clean all the time?
Not really.
And I mean, not spotless every time, but on the cleaner side versus just dirty shoes when you go out.
It really depends. Like this shoe, how old would you say these shoes are now?
Them bitches are at least 20 years old.
No, that's
No,
I'd
take off the
say
shades. Take
No,
off
no,
the
no.
shade. What you mean?
I'd say a year and a half.
They look pretty
But
good.
that's the easy, like those are easy stains to clean though. You just take
Yeah.
a paper towel, water.
You also
Yeah.
probably rock those often, so
Yeah, they're running about a year, maybe a year and a half, like you said.
okay.
But they're not as like bad, So I'm still like happy
No, they look
walking
good.
around in these
What
for
about-
white shoes too.
That's what I'm saying. Are you maintaining those?
Yeah, whenever I get a good look, yeah.
All right,
Problem with shoes like that is like the
rate mine.
I guess same with this one because it got the felt. The felt, you can't hide the felt stuff, right? That's probably like 2 years old.
For the people that are into
Wow.
feet, you need to be watching right now the video because these guys just put on an exhibit.
If you're into feet, that's true.
Yeah,
August.
People that are into feet,
Later on, we'll be showing our calves.
Whoa.
Sebas before the pod actually took his pants
I
off.
actually took my pants off. Yeah.
Patreon.
It's been an ongoing joke here, but today it actually happened. You know, I had to switch trousers, brother.
If you make it to 4 episodes, they take off their clothes in front of you while you wait.
It's we're in the pool.
I believe that we agree that we were not going to tell everybody because not everybody's going to get to 4 episodes.
I'm
And he
giving-
just gave away the dirty secrets.
I'm giving an incentive to try to get on for 4 episodes. Yesterday, he showed us his tits
That is true.
at the gym. He said, "Hey, dude, check out my nipples."
I did.
Hey, bro, we're gonna just jump the line. We know you're gonna be on for 4 episodes, but here you go.
And it wasn't even a surprise. He told us 2 hours before he showed us that he was
Listen,
going to show us his
We've been
nipples.
cousins for how long? Ever since I can remember.
Yeah,
In the past 2 days, you've seen more of my body than
That's
you have
true.
in the combined rest of those years.
That's true. Yeah, that's
But
a
I
good
mean, I
point.
guess let's put some context behind that. Why did I show you guys my chest?
you're looking good, dude.
It got blasted.
Oh,
It was
wait,
blasted.
what?
That's true.
I finally, well, not finally, but I'm 90% done with my chest piece. So
Is that what you say? You got blasted?
that's the common term that people use when they get tattoos. Oh, I got this part blasted. And at that point is when because that's literally the feeling of it. When you're getting tattooed in the needle and it's like you're 4 hours deep and the needle's poking, you feel like something's blasting you. That's why they say we get blasted.
All right, 1 out of 10. What? You don't have to answer this, but what is 10 the worst pain you've ever had? And then what would you describe the tattoo as on that
Oh,
scale?
worst pain that I've had.
Yeah, if you can even think of what 10 feels like.
Yeah,
That's a
there's
heavy
been a couple
question.
times actually that I felt absolutely 10 pain.
Ooh.
One of the times was actually what we talked about. Was it 2 weeks ago or a week ago? When we were all living in your Melrose Park house and we were going into doing the trick or treating. Remember I was telling you guys, and I absolutely smashed my knee into the
Oh,
corner of the little
That was a 10.
the little wooden. How would you even call that?
Yeah,
Like fencing
yeah.
type of thing,
Fence.
right outside the house.
That was a 10.
Absolutely 10 because I mean, let's look at the circumstances here. It's a young knee, an 8-year-old knee.
Mm.
The sharpest edges in some wood, and it was like wood that was how do I put it?
Splintered and old and
Yeah,
Painted.
but it was also reinforced wood, so it wasn't just like flimsy. It was like something that you could like lean on, that was like built.
some engineered shit.
Exactly. Absolutely rammed my knee into that like edge. That's 10 pain, and I told you I still have that scar from that day.
Yeah. Wow, as
Yeah,
an 8-year-old, you felt that.
I still have
That's-
scar from that day.
Okay.
The
tattoo.
second time that I felt like excruciating pain, probably not even a year after that. When you guys remember when I had to get my appendix removed?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
That was it.
that was 10
That was a
because
10.
we were going to Stevenson. Shout out Stevenson Elementary School in Melrose Park, Illinois. I came home one day just with the worst stomach ache, and it would not go away.
How old are you?
8 years old.
Bro, dead ass, I thought you were pregnant and they like removed the kid.
Exactly.
When I saw the scar, I'm like, no way.
yeah,
No way.
you were also what, 6 years old?
No, we didn't know though. It's because I remember you came back from the hospital wearing a Batman costume. And I was like,
I
what
was
the
wearing
fuck?
a Batman costume.
I don't remember that.
You don't
I
remember that,
remember
dude? Hime, shout out Hime. Hime, like they bought you a Batman costume.
I got a lot of gifts during that time. It
For
was
your
pretty
troubles.
Cool. For my
That was
troubles.
for your
bro.
troubles,
Definitely
bro.
my troubles, my guy.
I was like, damn, what the? It's not Halloween right now. It's the middle of June.
Checking my watches at Halloween?
I'm Batman.
No,
Yo,
man.
that's crazy.
Excruciating pain because I came home and I told you just my stomach was hurting so bad. Tried to go to the bathroom to release some stuff. Didn't work. Tried to take pills. Still didn't work. That's when we kind of knew something was up because I was just an ongoing stomach pain.
Damn.
Took pills, but still didn't do anything. All right, something's up, right? So then I went to the Gallieb. This is Gallieb, right? The hospital that's right
Yes.
in Melrose Park. I think it's Gallieb, the name.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter because it doesn't matter to you. It matters to me. It's my first surgery in my life. I'll always remember that.
Clearly.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, bro.
Shit, dude. So 10 out
I'm
of
not
10.
talking about it anymore.
No, keep going.
No, I know. Okay, so those are the 10.
Yeah.
So what's the tattoo at? I want to know.
Tattoo.
What the pain-
Oh my god.
Tattoo.
Tattoo is a solid,
Blasted.
no less than like an 8 out of 10 every time.
Really, dude?
And I'm not a person that has high pain tolerance. Like I'm never gonna be like, oh, I get tattoos because the pain
Mhm.
turns me on or some shit.
I was gonna
the
ask
worst,
that.
bro. It sucks.
I was gonna ask that. I feel like people that get tattoos, they relate with each other because of the pain.
Yeah,
I feel like that's definitely a culture.
it is a culture. People love doing that, and then
The pain.
when you start thinking about where it is that people place their tattoos, it's excruciating. Like when they say that your hands are some of the most painful places that could ever get tattooed. The inside of your arms, your ribs. Alyssa's told you that. Your ribs, absolutely pain.
That was her
the
first
elbow right here, because this is all skin and bone, and it's a needle, multiple needles poking at you. But gladly, I am happy to say that I have never used numbing cream. I have earned these tattoos because people these days are cheating. They're using numbing cream.
Well, who cares, bro?
No, it does. It actually does matter because
well, that's the culture.
The tattoo artists tell you don't use it because it doesn't help the healing process. They heal up fucked up.
Okay. That I can understand.
They heal fucked up because the numbing cream toughens up your skin. So now they have to be poking even harder to get the needles in.
Okay.
And that doesn't always. And also after it gets, after a couple of weeks, your tattoo looks saturated. It's a lot. I will consider it though for the next one because fuck, man. The pain, I'm not about it. I always have to push myself. Remember, just pain is temporary, swag is forever.
Now, that would be a cool stat to know how much pain have I tolerated throughout my life.
I think you've had a higher threshold than most people, though.
It's a good one. Yeah. Lumbar punctures in my back, those are pretty crazy. But the worst thing was a bone hip biopsy.
I was going to ask you. So now I'm very curious to see what's the most pain you have.
That's what I asked, bro. Everyone has a different, what their 10 is. Like, that's a whole other level.
That's a whole nother level.
That was like a doctor telling me, like, all right, we're going to do this procedure because they had to take a biopsy of my bone to see if there was cancer in it. And she told me to turn around, to not look at the needle because this needle was massive. And they could only anesthesize the surface, like the superficial part of my hip. They couldn't anesthesize.
Well, they didn't even put you down, though.
No, they didn't I was awake. Dude, and you know what's crazy?
Looking at it like,
bro, I'm telling you, I will go back to that when I'm working out. Like that pain.
Oh, that's cool.
Lumbar punctures and that, I will go back to that if I need to breathe or if I'm like doing a workout. Planks usually get me there. But it's just like, because there, I was just like,
I was just about to ask you, how did you get through that? Because when I'm in tattooing, only thing I can do is just focus on my breathing.
That's all you can do.
So how did you handle that?
Literally, breathing.
Just breathing.
Yeah. And like that's such a good pain management to anything. Like just breathe. When you're pregnant, when I thought you were pregnant at 8.
That's crazy.
My advice would have been, hey, dude, just breathe.
Bro, did you try breathing?
Hey, bro.
Listen, before you went to the hospital, did you just try breathing?
Hey, dude.
Wait. Breathe in, Bob.
You
know where that's from?
I don't know what that's from. What's that
Monsters and Aliens.
Yeah.
Monsters. That's a good one.
Monsters and Aliens. Well, I haven't seen that. Well, no, please, you're up to the mic.
Go to the
My
bathroom.
10? My 10 out of 10? Shit, dude. I always go back to the dentist. You ever have these fucking guys when they start putting needles in your mouth and then they get that torturous drill where they're just like...
Yeah, dude, that's horrible.
We didn't have insurance when we were kids. So we had all kids and my mom would take us to like this Chicago cheaper dentist. Dude, it was just torture. For me, it was torture. Stories that came out of that one time.
I hated that.
The dentist got mad at me because my mouth was all red. He's like, why is your mouth red? I'm like, I had a starburst before I came here. He's like, okay. What the fuck? Go wash your mouth.
Really?
Yeah, dude, because my mouth was red. It was all fucking...
Oh, fuck the guy.
That's what I said. I was like, bro, let me get a red starburst.
Yeah, dude, like what?
Yeah, bro. And then second time...
No, that's terrible.
I know, looking back, yeah, I shouldn't have done it, but you're also like 13 years old.
Isn't he the one that's supposed to clean your mouth?
Right.
Fucking clean
That's probably what my thought was.
I'm testing you to see if you're actually doing your job.
I'm going to look later on with some UV lighting.
If I see some fucking the same red mouth afterwards, I know you're not doing shit in there.
If I taste that red 40 after this shit.
Red 40, I want to talk about it.
No, second time, bro. You know how you go to the dentist and then they tell you, don't eat anything for 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
I remember this one day I learned why you're not supposed to eat for 2 hours after the fact. So they numb up your tongue and you can't feel shit. And then we went to go get gin and juice.
Oh, the best.
But also, bro, like these days would be long. We would go to the dentist. We'd be there at 5. And then, by the time they see you 6 and then they say 2 hours until you eat, it's 8 o'clock, bro.
That's a day.
I ate at 11 a.m. that day, right? And so that day afterwards, my mom took us to Gin and Juice, which is a hot dog place, some of the best hot dogs in Chicago. And
nominated top 3 Chicago hot dogs by Fox News back in like 2007.
And so I'm eating this hot dog, bro. And then I'm like, that don't feel like a hot dog. And then I realized I'm actually biting my tongue.
Oh,
it wasn't hard, mind you, but it was enough for me to think, okay, that's why they tell you not to eat anything, because you don't realize that you could literally be eating your tongue.
Here I thought that you meant don't eat anything 2 hours before you go.
No, after, bro.
After, I guess too. After, yeah.
Yeah. So I realized that day.
How did you not fuck up your tongue? You were probably biting hard as fuck. If you couldn't feel it, you probably just thought it was food.
I just remember like, oh, that's an awkward position for my tongue to be in. And then I was like, and then I did some test nibbles. And I was like, oh, I don't feel my tongue. And then that's when I was, so I didn't hurt it, but I had the realization while I was chewing that this is why they tell you. And dude, they never tell you why. That's what always bothers me about people. Like they'll tell you don't do something, which is great, but give me the why. Me as a person, I'm curious and I need to know the why.
That's how you need to process.
So that way I can agree with you or disagree with you, you know? So like if you tell me, hey, don't eat anything because you might bite your tongue off, like that's a solid warning.
At that point, are you listening to agree or disagree, or are you listening because they have the experience?
Yeah. So
another good stat would be how many times you've been hit.
Hit by who? Like just hit, period?
As a kid. Because that just made me think of like if you're a kid and you're putting your hand on the stove and your mom smacks you and just goes like, don't do that. But you're like, why? If she never told you why, you're not going to know that like, oh, I can get hurt. That's yeah.
Did you guys ever do dumb shit? I never fucking put my hand on the stove. I never played with knives. I never
Did we ever do dumb shit?
I mean, we did plenty of dumb shit.
Never that.
But never, I don't think we were like that, right? We were never the type of kids to be like, we want to get people's attention. Hey, I'm going to fucking jump off the roof or type of shit. We were never that.
I've climbed a few roofs.
I've broken a window with a rock before.
I've broken a window with a soccer ball.
I believe the story is about him probably breaking, because I remember one time specifically, we were playing, it was again the Melrose Park house.
All right, hit me.
I don't know where you were at.
What did we do?
I don't know where you were at. That was kind of weird. I don't know where you were at.
I'm pretty sure that was me.
In the hospital.
We're talking about
we're talking about a different story. I don't know, because it was him outside. Right, I think you might have been sick, actually, and it was snowing outside. Okay. He was looking to play in the snow.
Wait, set the scene. Tell me.
Set the scene. Set the scene. All right, let me set the table.
I don't remember that.
We're young ass kids.
I'm so low.
It's the house while living in Melrose Park. It's the winter time. You, as a young soul, you want to get out there. You want to get some snowball fights in.
Got energy, bro.
Yeah, and I think you had just got a new pair of boots, so you were ready to test those bitches. Anthony, my friend, I believe you were sick, and that's why you were not able to go out.
Okay.
I was on the inside in the sala, the living room for those that don't speak, getting ready to go outside because I was like, I'm going to join this guy in some fun. So I was in the sala getting ready. This guy takes the biggest snowball. Yeah, the biggest snowball. Launches it at that window that you guys had in the living room.
That's a big window.
Remember, by the dining table.
Which house?
Melrose Park.
Okay.
By the dining table, that window right there.
No way.
This guy I don't know what impelled you to do that. We were sitting, it was me, your mom, because she was there just like in the sala. My mom was helping me get ready, and I was about to head outside. Bro, you took the biggest thing. I know it was big because the window literally shook. This fucking guy just vandalizing his own house. Your mom went to the window, looked, I was like, what the fuck? And you're just out there just laughing and shit.
I don't remember that, bro.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Just the biggest fuck. I promise you, I don't know how you didn't break that window. We thought you threw a rock.
Yeah, bro. We got lucky with that one. That sucked. In the middle of winter, imagine breaking a big window like that.
No, what were you thinking about?
No, dude, remember when we would play Ding Dong Ditch? And we would go with Marcin, Biga, Marcin's, why am I saying Marcin? But Biga and Dani and all them, and we'd play Ding Dong Ditch, and right next to Marcin's house, we went up to this door, knocked on it, no one was coming out. Someone dared me to grab a rock, and again, I'm the youngest. I'm 10 and under. Hey, yo, throw this rock at that house.
That's cool.
Fucking grab the rock, throw it at their front door, and they had the front door glass door. Just
you broke it.
You broke it?
I don't remember that.
It shattered.
We did that?
It shattered. And then ran away. Yeah, dude.
Well, how close was this house? Because thankfully
it's 2 doors down.
Bro,
there's an adult. There's an adult out there that knows the story because they probably had to deal with that. Dude, as kids, you're crazy.
Do you think so? Oh, and it wasn't even one of our direct houses. Dude, it was just Marcis's house.
There's three glass doors we've broken then, just between me and you.
Have you?
What's that other door?
So the one that
I've broken a glass door myself.
You broke one too? So
I've broken a glass door myself.
Oh, dude, Biga.
That's the one I'm thinking about.
When she ran through the door.
Oh,
ran through the door.
Hide and seek, dude.
All right, Viga, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry.
She does listen.
I'm so sorry.
I see that she follows the pod. So
she does follow the pod.
So
we'll clip this.
Again, we were kids, 13, maybe. Viga a little younger, 11. But we were playing hide and seek. Viga, Abigail, Viga. We said that's OG. But we were playing hide and seek, and she had seen me, and I was in one of this little sunroom. and the door was open, but it was one of those glass doors that's mostly glass, but maybe has some wood. And as she was coming, the same time, I'm like, oh, I'm going to throw this door, shut it in front of her. And she was, I guess, just prepared. Like, she stuck her hands out. Bro, she went through the glass. She went through the glass and the thing like slit her, like her wrist right here. Dude, that was like a big thing. And then obviously she was crying, screaming. The family was all downstairs in the basement. They came up. Like, what happened? And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck just happened, bro. Like, crazy shit.
Yikes.
And
she didn't find me is what happened.
Dude.
I don't know what happened, but I didn't get found. I didn't just put that out there. I didn't get found.
Just the stat was never found. I'm just going to leave that out there.
I'm going to take this as a victory, but I don't know what happened.
But it was also, so she's fine. Everything was, I'm sure she has a scar, but.
She does have a scar.
Probably. I mean, it's fucking just glass just straight up.
She tatted over it, Edú, with your. Thanks, Edú.
Fucking water every time.
And no one else was there. It was just literally me and her saw what happened. No one else saw it because everyone was hiding, right? So everyone was just us two. She didn't find me. She didn't find me. If we ever play hide and seek, don't try to find me.
Don't try to find you. You end up with a fucked up wrist.
You know what's gonna happen.
All right, what door did you break?
The door.
I guess it's similar.
The hide and seek. Throw it at the door.
No, another one. There was again four windows. Another one. We were playing. Again, stupid. We were throwing pebbles like at each other, and
sounds right.
This was outside, and I think it was either me throwing it at you or you throwing it at me. I'm pretty sure it was me. But you were up on the patio where someone's house was. They had a glass window, and you were just dodging it, like playing dodgeball and shit. It was tiny little pebbles, bro. Like literally, like fucking.
These guys were the worst to bring over.
And dude, one of those just hit the door just right.
Shattered the shit.
And this, like, we lived in this house. We were in the basement. This was our upstairs neighbor. Nowhere to hide. Nowhere to run and hide, bro. And I think they took that one out of my my piggy bank.
My paycheck that week.
I was 14. They took that one out of my.
Whoa, you were 14 throwing pebbles at each other, brother?
I was 11. Wait, we were in a basement. You were 14.
Oh, actually, maybe it wasn't 14. You're
right.
No,
that sounds really Melrose
too
Park.
It was Melrose Park. So this was like 05 then. Yeah.
Yeah, you were younger.
10, 11. All right.
Bro, we were 18.
This was last week.
Playing dodgeball, throwing pebbles at each other and shit.
I guess we would throw shit at windows.
I do remember the little. Oh man, we would do little dumb shit. I feel like even in the River Grove house, I feel like we fuck around in that backyard a lot.
Camp Now,
yeah. A lot. Shout out that specific location.
Yeah,
just absolutely all times of the day, blasting a soccer ball to the fence, stepping on these people's yards. When we talked about it last week, you were like, that little one patch of grass was the fucking perfect place to take a kick. And it was, it's true. But it was just somebody's front yard, front lawn. And we were just stepping all over the fucking thing.
Till 2 in the morning, bro.
Oh my God.
Rain or shine, winter, Christmas was the peak.
Yeah.
Or New Year's.
That was our season.
Because the family wasted in the basement, didn't give a shit about where we were. Yep. You know where we were? We were outside.
We were outside.
It was 2 a.m.
We were out working.
We were training, bro.
We were training.
Trying to get a motherfucking scholarship.
One of our friends, Chris, he got pneumonia from playing with us, bro. We would play so hard. This guy, his first time coming to play with us, got pneumonia, bro.
Shout out Roman, if you're listening.
Shout out Roman.
He's got kids now, bro.
Does he?
Yeah, he's had kids for like 15 years, I think.
That guy's what? Oh man. Yeah, no, dude, we were pretty reckless. Another good stat: how much money we've cost civilians.
My broken story. My broken glass story. I never talked about mine. The door that I've actually fucked up the door at my school.
Wow.
At HAA, Hinsdale. I was an older kid at this point, so it's not like it was excusable. But I was probably a junior in high school. We were going outside, and I was just fucking. I know exactly what happened, actually.
Spit it out.
Fuck. So, we were in the gym. We had free time or whatever it was. Or, like, it was after lunch, so you have, like, 40 minutes of just free time to just do whatever the fuck before you got to go back to class. It was either that or we were in gym class. I grabbed the football. I was just a big fucking... I love to fuck around, right? I see my boy at the other side of the gym. And I have a football in my head. I start thinking to myself, fucking tell me I'm not going to throw this ball and hit him directly in the face.
Oh, you were thinking that?
I was thinking that. I was like, watch me throw this ball and just did it. Absolutely hit him in the face.
Dude.
And he I was in one corner. He was in the other, complete other corner. Me absolutely bullshitting. I knew I was going to throw it Did not think I was going to hit him directly in the face. So I just launched the shit. It's a football. Goes all the way across, and he was running around the gym. And so I had to match it perfectly with the timing so that when he's coming around the bend, this shit smacks him directly in the face. Your boy's got perfect accuracy.
All right, Paul.
That
Crew.
shit. Okay. Paul Crew.
Paul freaking Crew.
That's Paul freaking Crew.
Paul, who's that?
Longest yard.
The longest yard, Adam
Oh.
Sandler. He's a quarterback.
Yeah, he's a good.
Yeah,
All right, go on.
Throw this shit. Just absolutely nails the guy in the face. I immediately start feeling awful because I was like, I was not meeting for that. But awful in a funny way because it's my boy. You know? I wasn't trying to hit him, but I ended up
How do you
nailing
take
it.
it? How do you take it? Was
And
he
would you
mad?
break
That's what I'm saying.
Would you break?
So then he starts like, he covers his face. Obviously, he just got hit in the face with a football, looks directly across at me. I take off. I absolutely just take off. And I run outside towards the back of the school because I went outside through the front door. I was trying to because he started chasing me. So he was like catching up.
Oh.
I stiff armed the door and it was a glass door. Stiff armed the door to hold it open. As soon as I hit it, the fucking top glass shattered.
Oh, but your hand was.
I was fine. No, because it was just a strong smack that I hit it.
Oh.
Wow.
And then after that shit did cost us. It was like $2,500 to get it replaced. So each family had to pay like $1,000.
Each family.
A grand
the
and
two
change.
families.
Your two families?
My family and his family.
Oh, you
Whole
cost your
time he
family
didn't
a
even do
cake,
anything.
A stack, bro. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it was a school.
Wait, this guy got smacked in the head and his mom had to put down 1,000.
Yeah.
This guy, and he's coming clean now.
1,000 and some change, not just 1,000.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
an
that was-
expensive
that was-
door.
I'd be so pissed as the parent.
Exactly. My parents were fucking furious.
I guess because he chased.
He
Because
changed, so I took off. But then again,
Yeah.
I'm over here just wanting to see cool things that I can do. Let's fucking nail this guy from across the gym, and I did.
And you were probably surrounded by some homies or probably
We
some
were in gym
girls
class,
around.
yeah.
Hey,
Did anyone see? Did
watch
anyone
this.
see?
Watch this. Right.
That's literally the type of vibes I was.
Watch this.
Not thinking I was absolutely gonna nail him dead in the face.
Mhm.
I'm like, guys, watch this. Chug that shit. Comes into a perfect pow. Yeah, you know the face when somebody gets in with something, they're like,
Oh, I know that face well.
you're like. So then he like immediately looks up at me, and then I just take off and then slam the fuck out of the door to keep it open. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
So we've broken 4 glass windows.
I broke in some shit. Mine was at the school
The
too.
school's crazy though, bro. Why does a school have a glass door?
That is a good question.
That's a good
It's
question.
like what? I bet you the 2,500 they did not buy a glass door.
Right.
No, they did. It was, and I saw it. The reason why I knew that they fucking
Because
did
you broke it again.
was because the original glass door had our logo in it. They got to replace without the logo.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me the logo was 2K.
No. They got to replace without the fucking logo. So that's how I know that shit. They fixed that shit.
All right, another good stat. How many hours you spent laughing
Oh, dude, I hope that's the absolute maximum.
by the end? Just how many hours?
I hope
you-
that at this point in my
Not
life,
enough.
I haven't even reached 5% of the amount of times that I'm going to laugh in my life.
Or crying while you're laughing. How many times you've cried while laughing?
Well, they're hard, bro. It's hard.
I don't think I've actually like teared up laughing. I really don't think. I've laughed
Really?
real hard. I've laughed so hard. I don't think I've actually had tears.
Like
that
it
come
gets
out.
watery. Your eyes get watery, and that counts.
No, I know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah,
I know what like
no, no.
you know.
I know what tears
I know
are.
what it means.
No,
bro.
I'm not saying one was like, well, no,
Shut
watch
No, but I don't think I've ever gotten to that point.
Okay.
I want to though.
I feel like I have a handful, maybe, and I couldn't tell you why or what was happening, but a handful of like, okay.
I've definitely had ones where you're like your abs are just.
The best. The best. Especially if like after a workout. Oh, that's the best. No, I literally cried while laughing with Duffy earlier this week.
Mhm.
Just called her randomly, or she called me and I was at work, so I called her back after work. She's like, all right, you got 10 minutes. She
I
gave
like
me a
how she
timeline.
fucking puts you on the.
She gave me a timeline. And then just puro goces, dude. By the end of it, I was like, Duffy, I'm crying. She was like,
That's good.
no,
I mean,
that's
I was
good.
able. I saw some of that last week when we recorded.
Yeah.
Next stat:
Oh, that's true.
hours of time sleeping. Complete hours of time sleeping.
Again, not enough.
Yeah, do you think you'd get to a third?
Don't they say that we spend? What is it that we do a third of our lives of? They say something. We do a third of our lives
Sleep.
doing this. Is it
J-O-ing.
sleep? I think.
Yeah.
J-O-ing.
Jay, what?
J-O-ing.
I've never heard that until the last pod. He's like, yeah, J-O-ing.
Oh, I don't know what
He
that is.
whispered it too.
What? You've never heard of J-O?
J-O.
I'll tell you off the pod. I'm going to keep you wondering this whole time.
Okay.
Guys, listeners,
Well, we know what it is.
What do you know? What do you think of when you think of J-O-ing? Send it to the inbox.
It might be J-Lo.
J-Lo.
J-Lo-ing. No, that's what I perform.
J-Lo-ing.
I'm J-Lo-ing.
Yo, you ever been J-Lo'd? All right, never mind. All right, so
Time of our sleeping.
that's a good one.
No way I get to a third. I don't think so. I average like 7, maybe 6.5 hours.
Do you guys get full 8 hours? I mean, you just told
No,
us now.
not-
Do you guys
not
ever
right
get full 8 hours of
Right
sleep?
now I am.
Not right now.
Well, it's just circumstances.
I'm
That's all it
unemployed,
is.
so I'm living it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Times are tough, guys.
we're hiring.
Well, this just took a weird turn.
If you want to donate to my cause, we're going to put a link here.
I don't feel
Edú's-
comfortable continuing this way.
Edú's. I need to eat.
For 5 cents a day.
Haven't gone to Nando's.
For 5 cents a day, you can maintain an Eduardo.
An engineer.
Haven't gone to Nando's since Saturday.
Wow.
It's that bad.
It's that bad.
So if you have it in your heart, I know times are tough.
Considering me.
Go see that. You will own him.
What's the next stat?
I'll get you back.
I'll get you back. How much money you spend on stupid shit?
Oh, I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Millions and millions of dollars.
What's stupid shit though?
That is a good question.
What is stupid shit to you? I guess I could say I used to spend a lot of money on. I was a big gamer, so I spent a lot of money on video games back in the day.
But were you buying like suits and like emojis or what were they called? Like,
Combined,
Oh,
that-
you would.
like
you were-
DLC content.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DLC.
you could consider. You can consider.
Did you
that.
ever get into FIFA Ultimate packs?
I never got into
Good.
that.
And I was gonna say because I've had friends that like
Apparently, they drain your wallet.
hundreds
Yeah,
of thousands of dollars.
I never get into that. I never.
That's
got
good.
into
I
We
never
were
got
too young. We were too old for that. It
Yeah.
came after our
that.
time.
Yeah,
Mm.
But you would put the skins like Call of Duty.
I would get skins for sure because I mean, it's all about the aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
When you're playing a game and you see everybody else in a skin and you just got the random default,
Yeah.
you start to feel a little out of place.
Bro,
You want to, hey, I belong here.
and it's a free game.
It's a free game.
And it's a free game. So you're over here like, oh, let me just buy a pair of shorts.
But that's how they get you.
That's how they get you every time.
That's such a smart model that Fortnite, and I'm pretty sure they were the first, maybe not, one of the first ones to really
They
perfect
did,
that.
bro.
They perfected
Absolutely
it.
free game. You have it. You got the full game. You want more? Okay, now's when we start charging.
You look like an absolute chump if
It's
you're
a
just
subs- it's a
walking
sub-
around.
Yeah, it's a subscription service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're
that's a good
buying it
point.
every 2 months. Every time there's a new season or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Every 3 months. Oh, $20 every 3 months.
It's about price haven't got increased, brother.
In my office
Inflation.
building, I was looking at, they have like these digital billboards inside the office, you know, promoting events that are going on for the office. Not the office, the whole building, the Prudential building. And there was a digital billboard the other day that said, yeah, get your membership at like Dollop Coffee. I'm like, now you can get a freaking membership with
Membership?
coffee. And I don't know what that includes. And I was trying to do the math. I'm like, all right, if $25 a month, that's a pretty good deal if you can get like a coffee a day. But I'm sure it's not
That's a very good
$25 a
deal.
month. No way.
How do you guys feel about subscription services
I hate them.
Hate them.
and everything turning into a paid for service
Yeah.
to like maximize the quality or the service or whatever?
Have you heard of the term "enshittification"?
Wow.
And shitification?
Yeah.
No, please enlighten me.
It's like. Have you ever seen those pictures where there's a toilet paper roll and they'll compare it with a toilet paper roll from like 10 years ago, and you can clearly see that 10 years ago it was bigger and now it's not, but it's the same price. So like 10 years ago, it'll say 1,000 sheets, but now it says like 800. Same price, nothing changed. No one tells you like, hey, this
That's
changed.
fucked up.
And so like shit like that, or like the Ritz, gets smaller, all that stuff. They use worse chocolate. Yeah, dude, like things literally used to taste better because they had better ingredients. And then as capitalism and as the stocks need to go up, they just start finding shortcuts and like, all right, let's use this nonsense. Like, dude, the kid from the grandson of Reese's Pieces, the Reese's company, the chocolate.
Mhm.
Last week, I think he said, hey, I don't like where this company's going from where my grandfather had it because now they're using horrible chocolate. Like it's no longer Reese's that it was back in the day. Like the grandson said that, bro. And yeah, that's enshittification in a nutshell.
Dude,
Do you guys-
I opened up a bag of potato chips, barbecue,
Yeah.
kettle cooked. Yo, you look inside there, you're like, I'm already sad.
Oh, really?
It's
so
like-
sad.
It's almost as if you're like getting the leftovers.
It's so sad.
Half of that is there. How do you guys feel about this? Do you believe, or would you believe, that we are openly getting scammed every day, basically?
For sure.
Openly.
By
Getting-
who?
Like in this way, like in ways like
Oh, yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Quality of things are just not what it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
Even quality of life is not what it used to be. Food you don't even know what the fuck's in your food now, unless you're very specific about it and
And
know
even
exactly
then-
where it's coming
Even
from.
then, that's
Even
like
then.
just hard. That's hard.
Why do you guys think that we put up with it?
You're asking me.
Basically, you're the fucking guest today.
Look at me. Holy shit. We're not getting serious.
Anybody can jump in.
Edú Morales, please.
All right, let me get political. Let me solve this real quick.
Fuck. My first thought, it'll be a quick thought, and then you go, please. Dude, you go to Europe, you eat any food, they don't say organic, they don't say gluten-free, they don't say any of that. Like all these people that with all these allergies to stuff, they go over there, they eat, and they're good. They don't gotta be asking for gluten-free this and vegan this.
Yeah, that's
and
really
lactose-free this.
When did that? Please continue.
Get political.
I mean, it's dark. You want to know my real thoughts? My real thoughts, bro. I feel like America is cooked. Like we were sold a dream. You come here and you can succeed. And maybe that was true a long time ago. And maybe at its best, capitalism gets you there. But I feel like we've gotten to a point where it's late stage capitalism, meaning, there's no longer any competition. If you want to start a business, odds are you're going to get bought out or you're not going to be able to compete because who has the money now? These tech billionaires, these companies, these AI companies, bro, these giants, you're never going to compete with that. And so what does that mean for the rest of us? It means that these are the people running the country. And so everyone else, they're just giving you the scraps, just enough to get by and just enough not to start a revolution. Because they say like a revolution is 3 missed meals away from starting. So, if you don't eat 3 days in a row, you and your family don't eat 3 days in a row, like you're going to start asking some questions. And so that's why they give you just enough. That's why inflation has to go up. All these little things, just enough to keep you coming back. But it's not enough to actually ever be rich or whatever. So that's the American dream as I see it, which is crazy, knowing we're all immigrants and how our families came here, wanting a better life. And we live a great life, but it can always be better. You always want things to be better than they are. But then you start to see the reality and you're just like, that's such a bummer, bro.
It is a bummer.
That's also, I feel like it's very, yeah, I agree with that. It's very specific to also maybe our generation too, because we're getting we're like you said, we're in the after stage of the peak of all that. So now we're just getting the scraps. So the opportunities really aren't the same maybe as they were 20 years ago. There's still opportunity out there, and anybody who wants to succeed is still able to succeed. That's not what I'm saying, but it's definitely changed.
You got a lot of things working against you.
Yeah.
You got a lot of things, a lot of systems, a lot of things.
Or like you said, the companies get established, they grow, only to get bought out. So at that point, are those people, is that the end goal, to just end up being bought out?
Some, yeah.
Or do you actually want to grow for you? And then it just becomes full-on greed for those companies. They're just like, that's my competition, let me just buy them out. Now I own everything. And now everything's shitty because I'm deciding it's shitty. And who else are you going to go to? I own everything.
Like Amazon, right? The smaller shops, the Toys R Us died because it couldn't compete with that, right? And what happened? Amazon reduced all their prices, and obviously it's convenient too. And so that's where it's actually beautiful, because it's like what we give up in order to get convenience is everything, right? Because it's easy to click on your phone and order something, and then it's delivered, within the day. Dude, Amazon delivers within the day now.
Yeah,
it's
when I was in college, bro, it'd be 2 weeks. I remember that being like, I'll see that in 2 weeks.
I forgot I even bought this shit.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. The convenience is where we as a species or humans, we need to give that up again. Realize that convenience is nice, but what we're giving up for that is everything. That's where community
I guess that's what we're going to say. Do you think everything's too easy now?
Yeah.
Think about what's actually hard now. You need information? Now it's gotten to the point, all right, I'm just going to chat GPT it. Again, my phone. You need food? Pick how many fucking different places you want to go to get.
Dude, you don't even need to leave your house anymore.
You don't even need to leave your house anymore.
Some people can work from home, order your food in.
You order
from
from home.
Internet, you have news at home.
You can order your groceries home.
Oh, dude.
People these days can really just be at home always.
Straight up.
Be in your elliptical at home.
Right. And do you want that life?
No,
maybe it seems nice in theory until you're actually doing it, and then you're like, I'm missing out on life.
Oh, I haven't seen anybody in a month.
Right.
Well, that was that one question. I think I brought it up on a pod earlier, and it was like Michael Jackson, the Elvis Presleys of the world. The question to them, or the question to everybody, is all right, well, would you want the biggest mansion, the biggest house, all the money, all the vices that you could ever afford, but you can't leave your house? Because that's their life.
Right.
That's their life. They can't leave their home because they go out and they're mobbed.
Yeah.
That type of superstardom, you can't.
Isn't that just so ironic, though? You start off as nobody, you get to the point where now you're definitely somebody, only to be wanting to be nobody again.
There's a Ram Dass. He's a great author. He's like a Buddhist monk type guy. One of his books that I've listened to, it's so good. It's Becoming Nobody. That's good.
How do you do that? How does one do that?
Your ego. You gotta listen to that ego and then be like, question yourself, like, who am I listening to these thoughts? Who am I touching this book right now? Like, who is the person listening to these thoughts? Who's the person feeling these emotions? All right, anxiety. I feel anxiety. Who feels anxiety? You ask yourself that question, you can go down a rabbit hole.
Right.
Who
Like,
feels anxiety?
Who, okay, I'm feeling a little sad. Wait, who's feeling sad? I am? Who am I? And then you can go and you become nobody. When like you extract yourself from that point, you become nobody.
Have you ever fallen down that rabbit hole a little too far that you start tweaking yourself out?
I'll do it every Tuesday. What do you mean?
To the point where now I was like, well, I crept a little too far. Now I'm just
Yeah.
I accidentally realized I'm just a being here sitting.
Oh, dude, I love philosophy, man. It's so good. Like the one that I realized this one when I went to Ecuador recently. Have you ever heard the phrase "I think, therefore I am"?
Mm-hmm. Socrates.
This guy just says the most common phrase that we've ever heard.
But have you ever thought about it? Have you ever
I think
given it some
therefore I am,
thought as
yeah.
to what it is? Right?
Socrates.
So that's literally like the first fundamental thing. We're defining philosophy. So as a being, it means, okay, am I conscious? Am I real or am I not real? And you could even throw in simulation theory if you want, because it doesn't matter, right? Whatever your lived experience is, we have to fundamentally say, okay, what is the baseline? So you as a human being, the fact that you can think means that you are something. You have consciousness. And that's what I think, therefore I am. So that from that point, okay, now you can get into philosophy and start to label everything else. But this is the first one. And I was like, oh God, dude, like it's pretty deep. Because whether we're a brain in a vat, in a jar somewhere, whether we're in a simulation, whether there's creation, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just that fundamental fact. The fact that you have the ability to think means that you exist.
Mm-hmm.
Edú Morales, let me ask you this.
Edú Morales.
What is that kind of procedure that they call cryogenic freezing? I believe it's called.
Walt Disney?
Yeah, like what's alleged that he did. Let's say that comes out tomorrow. And it's fully guaranteed. It's fully approved. Like, you know,
Okay.
hypothetically, we're in this scenario. They tell you, you can literally freeze your life right now, and we'll bring you back 1,000 years from now. And it works so well that you're just you just woke up from a nap, and you woke up, your whole body is fine.
Mm.
Are you choosing to do that, yes or no?
No.
Wow.
Anthony?
Incredible. No, I'd rather live in the present. Same question to you.
The explorer person in me wants to say yes, but it's also very scary. Because in the future, you don't know what the fuck you're going to be. It's literally like Captain America. He has to
Yeah, literally.
condition himself in society.
And you're talking about 1,000 years, bro.
And that's
1,000
so
years.
long.
The Earth won't be here. We're cooked.
Oh, you
So
know
long.
what I think the future's gonna have, bro?
Mm.
It's gonna have beings without any genitals.
Well,
That's our future, bro. Listen, you heard it here first. In 1,000 years from now,
No, it's going to take more than 1,000.
yeah, you got to get something. Yeah, because I mean, how do you even
yeah, okay, more than 1,000. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
step foot in that direction? Well, everybody's walking around like Ken and Barbie dolls.
Yeah. I agree with that, though. Because, like, the aliens that they depict in movies and stuff, like, they're always just unilaterally
Ouch. Hold on.
unisex.
But not even because of that, bro. Like, not even that.
But then at this point, okay, you're saying you're getting rid of genitals, meaning that people are not procreating anymore. So then how are people continuing?
Doesn't mean they can't procreate. They just don't have
If they don't have
genitals.
genitals, how are they going to procreate?
Flowers.
DNA's from you.
Oh,
Dude,
I guess.
the way we're going, babies are already at a time low. Women don't want to have babies because of the pain, which is 100%
That's true.
fair.
It's valid.
And
It's
so
valid.
if technology and science gets far enough where you don't need to have sex to have a baby, which we're already there, you're taking that out of the equation. And genitals, honestly, bro, like they get in the way. Like, like think of how much time. Listen.
Yo, what genitals do you
Bro,
have?
what the fuck kind of
Stay with me
elephant
here.
tusk?
Stay with me here. We're cooking right now. We're
Guy told me,
cooking.
dude, guys, feel free to just end the episode right here.
You're right.
Don't listen to the
If I
shit that's
lost you
gonna
here-
fucking talk.
If I lost you here already, good riddance. If you stuck around, you're in for a treat.
Bro, your genitals never get in the way of sex, bro.
No,
Bro,
I'm
you
not
ever
saying
wake
that.
up and you just hate your dick?
It's in the way.
It's so big it gets in the way. All right, you guys can't experience that. All right. You crying yet?
You know, I'm getting there.
All right.
It's in the way.
Can I finish cooking? All right, let it.
Please,
Just take a second. Take a break.
Just take a second, guys.
Take
Please, I'll
five.
be here all day.
Take 5.
Okay. Think of how much time we got. Think of how much
Keep going.
brain power goes to procreation and sex. If I told you we're already creating robots, AI, we're putting cameras on our faces in terms of like that shit, Ray-Bans, that at a certain point we're gonna see, oh, we don't really need this. We can just put pleasure straight through our brain through some sort of machine. And so evolutionarily speaking, you cut out like whatever percentage in a day that goes to, and maybe I'm speaking more as a man, but like goes into thinking about sex. Like we're all hardwired from ancient times of like procreating, right? But like imagine if you're able to like take that out of your brain and use that to whatever. And I feel like that's where we're going in terms of efficiencies, which kind of sucks. I don't agree with this, but with everything that I see, like that's the future. And so
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
But at that point, are those people that get created in that way, are they going to be considered human?
I think we'll evolve. That'll evolve.
God, I'm just going to put out and say, I hope the world fucking ends before that shit happens.
And that's why I wouldn't go 1,000 years from now, because you don't know what the fuck you're going to walk into. And you're going to be from this time. And you're going to...
Who is that old ass? Bro, cell phones? What do you mean cell phone? That shit's in my mind. Call so-and-so. Just in your head.
You're going to be like, oh, bro, I'm cooked. And then they'll be like, oh, hey, bro, that's racist. Like, canceled right
What the
away.
fuck did you just say? The C word?
Cooked?
What are you, from 2026?
Yeah, dude, no.
Look at this guy with genitals.
Yeah, ain't nice genitals, bro.
Hey, walk much?
Hey, human body much?
Hey, you sex much?
Bro, this guy still has sex, dude.
Fucking idiot.
Like this caveman over here.
This guy's still using his dick for sex.
Yo, that's actually a thought I've had. Like, in the future, they're going to look back at us and be like, something about them was stupid. They're going to look back and say, yo, they were fucking idiots.
They were eating plastic.
This how barbaric these animals were, that's what they use their bodies for. Huh.
And then they put like a little plastic in between them.
Bunch of dumbasses.
Yo.
So count me out, bro. I'm out. I don't.
Count me out, bro. Yeah, I was never on to begin with, brother.
I'm good here.
I was never. Yeah, okay. Now you guys, that's a good point. I just think it would be interesting to see what it would be, what it would look like, and knowing that your body is basically the same one that you're gonna have. But I think it's too much of a culture shock at that point. You wouldn't feel right. You would just fucking absolutely destroy your life.
Yeah.
Just said fuck everything here. I'll see you guys in 20 million years.
Or you wake up, you're like, where are my genitals?
Listen, dude.
Imagine that. Now imagine that.
Listen, bro. If you want to know more about this sort of topic, read the books or watch the TV show, The 3-Body Problem. 3-book series. The second book talks about this because there's a war coming, and some people are like, "Yo, I'm gonna freeze myself to skip over to get to the war." And like this exact scenario happens when they wake up 1,000 years later. You're like, whoa, what am I waking up to? So,
Whole time they just put themselves in the freezer.
If you like this kind of shit and don't want to actually do it, just read some sci-fi.
I guess, yeah.
Reading some books is a fun time.
Oh,
All right,
that's
end
scary.
of your life. How many times you've had sex? That's a good one.
The number does not exist, bro.
Man, it's over 9,000.
101 kilowatts.
Divided by 0 on that one.
By 0.
1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting number. How many different partners, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
How many proper nuts? How many nuts? So some that you could have gone without.
Damn, dude. It gets in the way. It gets in the way.
Hey, bro, you guys in genitals ever get in the way?
How many times you were at the bird sanctuary after dark?
For some reason, there was a spike in this number in the year 2026.
Oh, well, it was the year Sebastian decided to grow out his hair. Something happened that year.
Man, what else is another one? Let's close out. We're getting here near towards the ending point here, but let's close out with a couple more stats that you boys think.
I'll give you one. So we've talked about this before, but just how many cows you've eaten, how many chickens,
Those are good.
fish, turkeys.
What's the animal that you have the least of?
Ooh, least? Oh,
Koi.
horses. Zebra.
Rats.
Oh, wow.
Ostrich.
You've had zebra before, you fucking maniac?
Ostrich and a gazelle.
Yeah.
Gazelle, wow.
I've wanted to have ostrich.
They're not that good. I'd recommend it if you want, just for the The
Isn't
story
there-
of it all.
I've heard that's a very gamey meat.
It's very dry. You know, people are
Mm.
like, what does it taste like? It tastes like if beef was just dry and it had no fat and flavor.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, not that good.
So basically a vegan diet.
Alligator, though, bro. That's pretty good. Alligator, I've had it in Florida. You put some buffalo sauce on it.
Alligator. Wow.
Mm.
Now, well, you know those boys are like chickens down there.
Oh, dude, that's good.
So
What did
The
that
chicken
taste
of the
like?
swamp.
the chicken of the swamp. The chicken of the air.
Because they are dinosaurs. They're like descendants of
guess so.
dinosaurs. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
But
my
that's
favorite thing about crocodiles is the absolute pimps that have those shits made out of the shoes made out of the alligator skin. And it's just like a purple suit. He's got like a fedora on.
Those guys are crazy.
An actual pimp.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's next level.
You gotta talk to the guy like, sir, can I speak? Can I speak to you real quick? You gotta ask permission before you speak to that kind of person.
Mm.
You don't want to get pimp slapped. Where do you think
Yeah.
the term comes from?
Gator don't take no shit.
Gators bitches better be wearing jimmies.
Now you know that reference. There you go. The
Yo,
other
na-
guys. The other guys.
Oh, name that reference.
The other
The
guys.
other
Name that
guys.
reference. All right,
Good stats.
that's a good stat. What? Come on, another one.
How much money
How-
you've made?
How many times you've made other people cry?
I was thinking that exact same thing.
Or laugh.
Or laugh.
Cry laughing or cry, you mean?
No,
I
cry,
think
cry.
maybe crying. That's the one that would probably hit you. Be like,
That's
"Damn,
sad, yeah.
I've had this kind of like negative effect on this many people.
If you're reading your stats at the end of your life, that's the one you go like, you flip through real quick.
you just peek at it.
Yeah,
At least one. At least one.
Because it's gonna have names beside it too.
Ooh,
It's gonna have names of people you made cry. And you're gonna be like, I never made that.
What if
person
it has
cry.
like a little email sign next to it where you could reach out?
You're gonna have
Are you
to.
reaching out?
Hey, sorry, I yelled at you that one time. LOL. I'm dying.
And it plays it back too to you.
Oh.
It's like a reel of your life where it plays it back.
Ouch.
Oh,
Right?
Do you think you could handle sitting there and watching a reel of your life?
Yeah, I
Yes. you.
And I'm talking about like not just like the highlights of your life. You're talking about your whole life.
Oh, dude,
So now you're watching the ugly, the beautiful, the fucking
Did you
terrible.
watch Eternity, the movie yet?
No.
That they have this premise in there. Like you can walk into like the highlights of your life and
Mm.
it'll show you it. It's heavy. It's
Yeah.
heavy.
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to know. What
How
does that
many
look
times?
like?
Another one that I think would be great was how many times have you told a lie?
0.
Well, that just add another one to that tally. This fucking guy 0.
Are you guys good liars?
Oh, I'm an actor.
You're
But I can make you believe anything.
I'm a good liar, but I tend not to lie. I tend
That's
to
a
stay
good
on the,
answer.
on the,
That's a
on the
good
right
answer. That's
side.
a
But I
good
call.
answer.
Yeah, no. I
Good
don't. I
answer.
don't want. I don't take advantage of that. No,
good
no,
answer.
no.
Good answer.
Yeah, anyone could be a good liar. I feel like.
Some people are bad.
No,
liars.
some people are bad liars,
Some
brother.
people are
Some
bad
people
liars.
just literally tell themselves away or tell themselves, give themselves away. Fuck.
Yeah. I operate with like, just go for the truth. It'll set you free. Pero your boy's also an actor.
Yeah, I mean, it's something about being a presence that.
It's the road less traveled, right? Like to be always honest. And that's the most
Yeah.
fulfilling. It's
Yeah.
rewarding and you get to deep conversations and you connect a lot more with people. Like when you fuck up and you're like, hey, I fucked up.
Lying may get you out of something, but it's always going to leave you feeling weird about it.
The threat,
Truth may hurt, but at least you'll feel free.
the threat of lies, yeah. Like that's just not worth it.
It's deep because you'll tell different people a different version of that lie, and
Oh,
then you'll go back
yeah.
and then you'll catch yourself like, oh, yeah. So it's logistically, like it's not.
Logistics, so it's all about logistics. Life is logistics.
It is. It is.
Bags of popcorn you have burned.
Ooh,
That's a low number. I'm not a big fan of popcorn.
Oh, you're not a big fan of popcorn?
dude, the healthiest snack. I recommend you getting into.
Yeah, they did say that. The
Literally the
healthiest snack.
healthiest
Like the
snack.
Smart Pop, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, define how. Like, is it good for me or is it just? It's good for you.
Fiber. Fiber off the charts.
Oh,
I
It's
thought
you
like
meant-
nuts. The healthiest snack, low calories.
No.
Obviously, don't get the butter or the salt.
Right.
But like in terms of pound for pound,
Really?
nutrients, bro, yeah.
I didn't know, man. Like, I thought it just meant like the least bad
That's,
for you.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, the least
That's
bad for
good.
you.
Like dude, one of our friends, me and Alyssa's friend, dude, he goes through like a bag a day. Like he's just like
Wow.
pounding them. Yeah,
That's such a good. I mean, that's a life hack though, because if you're like trying to keep your weight and you're hungry and need something to snack on, just a bag of popcorn.
Healthy snack.
Have you guys ever? Well, I don't think you guys are this cool. Have you guys ever put hot sauce on your hot sauce on your popcorn?
No, I
See,
can't say I
exactly.
have.
Oh yeah, dude, Valentina, you kidding?
Oh!
me? Dude, I'm Mexican. What do you mean?
Hey, I forgot there's one of them in the
Dude,
Try
did
it.
you try Valentina? Is that what you're talking about, or something other hot?
Just
sauce?
just hot sauce. Just hot
Sriracha.
sauce. No, not sirach. Come on, what
He's
are you
Asian,
saying?
dude. All right, give
What
me
are you
that hot
Asian?
sauce. Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, that's hot sauce, bro.
Valentina. You know, like the Mexicans selling the chicharrones out on the street?
Yeah.
They be putting Valentina on their shit. Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
I used to
yeah.
go through, like,
Valentina's
literally,
good.
a Valentina like this, dude. I'd go through, like, every
I
2
remember
weeks.
seeing that in your apartment in Aurora.
That
I was like, bro, let me get. Hey, what's this juice you got? It's just Valentina.
I had a straw in it.
Pour me a cup. That's just what you drink, bro. Just water.
I got
to
one
you.
over there if you want, bro. I got an extra.
Bro, crack that one open if you want.
I'm uncomfortable.
No, try it. For real, try it. Are you a hot sauce on a food kind of guy?
I like if I go to a Colombian restaurant, Peruvian or Ecuadorian, those hot sauces fire.
Well, that's like a heat.
But I'm not a get a Valentina, Cholula.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a one to.
Dude,
That was
never
its
pissed
time.
me off more than this moment.
No, I used to be that. I'm also not that way anymore. Now I'm a Cholula guy. Cholula every now and then.
Cholula's good. Every now and then. So yeah, no, I can't put everything. You know what I have been really big into lately? Pepper flake, red pepper flakes.
Oh, those have always been crushed.
Oh my gosh, that adds
Crushed.
such a nice spice to your
That's
food,
good,
bro.
That's good.
With anything, you could throw it on anything.
Cook it, bro.
Cook it. I was just gonna
Cook
say.
it.
I was gonna say
You
cook.
don't even need to add that much. A little bit in oil, dude. It like seeps, and it'll make it even better.
And what?
than
Then you
ever.
put the oil on your food, or what?
Or
Or just cook with
when you're
it?
cooking. Yeah, when
Oh,
you're cooking,
okay,
like
okay,
I've noticeable difference. Like you will cook with it, just put a little. Oh my god, dude, the whole thing.
That's how you make vodka pasta. Pasta alla vodka.
Vodka. What is it?
Oil.
Pasta alla penne.
You get some tomato paste. You get some crushed peppers.
It's a cooking podcast now.
And then
Oh, I have a.
throw a
I
shot of
have
vodka in there.
another stat that's interesting. Anthony, how many minutes we got left?
That's the last one.
We're good. Okay,
Last
last one. How many meals you've thrown away?
Why are you going for a depressing stat?
Right. How much water have you drank?
How many kids could you have fed with the meals you've thrown away?
Dude, I would have cured world hunger 20 years ago. Bro, what can I say, man? You ever had some nasty shit that you think is gonna be good, but it's not? So you're like, I'm gonna put this on the trash, facing upside down.
That's at the family function.
I did do that once at the
That's,
family
that's
function.
at the family function, bro.
Last year.
Oh yeah, it's the worst. I was for my mom's birthday. Shout out my mom. We went to a Mediterranean. Oh, damn, I can't remember the name, but we went to a Mediterranean place and it was a buffet. Bro, me and Deffy just picked up plates, fucking put it all down. Bro, Mediterranean food, amazing. And then after we're done eating, the lady comes over. Are you guys done? Bro, plate's 75% full.
You didn't like it, or you just
It
stopped?
was amazing. I was stuffed.
I
ate-
that's not the same.
I ate
guess it is.
straight with my eyeballs. She's just-
Oh, yeah.
And she's just picking up the plates. And my mom and Tefi just feel terrible. And then my mom asked me, she's like, oh, you didn't feel bad? I'm like, oh, yeah, I did. She's like, ah.
Bro,
She caught me acting.
I am that same way. She called me acting. Low-key, that's a life hack. Anytime I say, oh, no, I'm acting. And then people play, oh, how you played off. I am that way in Chinese buffets. Dude, put me in a Chinese buffet and I am in trouble.
They hate to see me coming.
A Chinese buffet hates to see my happy ass walk in
Those
there.
little pastries that look like ears.
I was just going to bring that up.
My dad got mad at us one time.
Yep.
Why?
Well, first, I want to leave a question for everyone. Do you say my dad or just dad when you're talking about your parents?
That's a great question to leave.
Because I've been roasted before for this, and I don't know. What do you say, Sebas?
I say dad.
You say dad? When you're
Yeah, I
talking to
say dad.
Melanie, you just say, hey, dad.
Yeah, I say dad.
In English, too.
Yeah, I say
In
dad.
English.
What about when you're talking to non-families?
My dad. But at that point, yeah, I guess if I'm talking
Well-
I guess the thing that I could say that people like say that's weird is like if you're saying my dad to your sibling.
Yeah.
Because
We-
like
we
it's
do that.
both my dads.
We do that. We do that.
But you're not saying it because that's just how you talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alyssa roasted me once. She's
Exactly.
Like, hey, what?
People will ask, like, oh, you don't have the same dads? We do.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
If you're saying my dad, you're saying my dad. Yeah, I guess you could lead to that. Please continue.
Wait, what was the
That's a
question?
good question. No, that was a good question.
Yeah, we'll leave that. We'll leave that for
No,
the
you
people to
said
decide.
we were gonna end on something. Why your dad got mad?
Oh, we went to a Chinese buffet again when we were kids, breaking doors and windows and shit.
Dodging pebbles.
Chinese buffet. Me and Anthony, you would get the little balls,
The little
those
stuff.
sugar balls,
Sugar balls.
and I would get the orejitas,
Yeah.
the ears. Bro, I would get like 10.
a plate full.
Bro, I get like 10.
After eating dinner, we'd get a plate full of
After
these.
5 plates, a full course, bro. 5 plates. We'd get dessert, 10 orejas. And I knew my dad. As soon as he saw us coming, he was like, these motherfuckers.
She's like,
My dad, growing up in Ecuador, bro, he was the starving children we could have fed back in the
Yeah.
day.
here we go.
And you know how many I ate? I probably ate 1.
Yeah, dude, same.
Yeah, wait.
And then I think he made us eat them, no?
No, dude.
What do you do?
Well, he got so pissed at us. I started stuffing my
Oh.
bro. I started stuffing my pockets with them. So I'm like, I'm gonna show him.
we didn't know what to do.
This will be the last story, and then we're closing out. Chucha, ya se me fue. Qué hijo de su puta
And you're
madre.
gonna leave him like that. Damn.
No, I'm not gonna leave him like that.
How many blue balls have you given people
Yo,
in your life?
that number since we started the podcast, I kid you not, that number is probably skyrocketed to absolute hell. Just because there are so many times that I get on here and I'm talking
Not actual blue balls.
and I forget where the fuck I'm going with it.
Bro, I'm thinking you got blue balls while we were talking right now.
Oh, what? No.
Bro, that's what
I'm
I'm
saying for the listeners, how many times there've been that just absolutely, this is what I was going to say.
We were talking about.
No, I remember.
He got it.
Yeah.
We got it back.
I said that when you put me in a Chinese buffet and I'm trouble, put us three in an old country buffet, waiters literally hate us. I remember one time specifically,
Hate us
and we're going to close on this because I'm ashamed to tell this story, so I want to close it out.
Oh no, dude.
Is
Is it me story or is it another story?
No, it's all of us story.
Oh, dude, I'm excited.
This was I would say it was a little bit of a tradition that our families had. We would go out to a buffet. The one in Rockford, you guys remember that shit?
After Coco
that
Key.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
After
No,
I
just
thought
sometimes we
Shooters.
would just
Oh,
go.
sometimes.
I
Yeah,
thought
some-
Shooters. Okay.
No,
other one.
this one specifically was at that one.
Rockford. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would go on like a Sunday to go eat over there, right?
Mm.
Obviously, the adults would all sit together. Us three were in the table together. Just acting a fool.
Vibes.
Acting a fool.
Vibes.
Absolute vibes. We got the smart idea. Hey, guys. And again, excuse it, we were young kids. We're not like old. We were like,
Stupid
what,
young.
21.
This is last week.
Hell, married.
There was one plate, because you know when we eat and you're switching plates so often, so you're starting to stack up the plates on your table, of the dirty plates.
Mhm.
We got the smart idea. Hey, let's just absolutely fuck this plate up completely. We started piling trash onto that plate, like leftover food, putting it on there. Juices, putting them upside down so that when he picks them up, like it spills everywhere. Stuffing, so we were putting like shit inside the cups. So it's not only juice, but now it's filled with shit. And just, we left an absolute mess for this saint that unfortunately had to clean up after us. I remember that time very specifically because we never did that. We fucked around a lot. We never did that. But on that specific day, we did that for sure.
That's the note you're gonna leave the people
Right.
on. I don't condone this behavior.
It's fucking hilarious. That's why. And just how evil we were. And I remember specifically, again, because we put a drink upside down so that the only way you could take it off was by pulling it up.
I do remember that.
Pulling it up and just spilling everywhere.
Like, and you got to be tactical with
That's
that. You got to
crazy,
get cup, plate on top, and then choo. Yeah.
I hate us.
I hate that you ended on this story.
Nah, man, these are things we can laugh about. Come on. Like I said, we were 21 years old.
Those would be good stats to watch. The times you were a piece of shit.
An absolute piece of
An
shit.
absolute POS.
Guys, we love you. This has been another fun episode. Me and Anthony talk about this all the time. We are hitting a stride here. We have systems in place that are allowing us to hit our stride every single time. And every time we leave the episode, we feel that is the best episode yet. And this is no different.
We're in zone 2.
Edú Morales, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, y'all.
What an
It's been a
absolute
pleasure.
The crowd absolutely goes wild.
Sit down, everyone.
So, with that being said, we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Peace.
This fucking guy, bro.